Hello students, welcome to Affairscloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name Careers Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana, and many more. Not just this, apart from this, we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students.
Hello friends, so in this video we will be discussing important current affairs of 3rd of August. This session will be very interesting and important, so do pay attention till the end. So let's start. First is National Mission for Clean Ganga has approved 7 projects worth 692 crore rupees, right? So we are talking about 7 projects, correct? And the total worth for them is 692 crore rupees. They are for the construction of the sewage treatment plant and other works to prevent pollution from reaching Ganga river and their tributaries. I repeat, these are for the construction of the sewage treatment plants, right? And it is to prevent various other pollutions and polluting items to reach to the Ganga river and their tributaries, correct? And remember, this project or these projects, these 7 projects, they were approved during the 50th meeting of the Executive Committee of the National Mission for Clean Ganga that held on 1st of August. Correct? And who is the chairman of National Mission for Clean Ganga? G. Ashok Kumar. Correct? Mark this. Moving on. Next is 7 products from which 3 states recently got the GI tag. So these 7 products, they are from UP, Goa and Rajasthan. So of top 3, these are the 3 states we are talking about that got the GI tag, and 7 products got the GI tag from here, right? And if we look at the count, 4 from Rajasthan got the GI tag, then 2 from Goa and 1 from UP recently got the GI tag. Now if the question asked here is which state has got, or which is the state that became the state with the maximum number of GI tag, it is Tamil Nadu, right? Tamil Nadu state has maximum GI tag, that is 58, correct? 58 GI tags, correct? Then apart from this, remember, if question asked to you that how many GI tag or the state that is the highest GI tag, it is 58 with Tamil Nadu on the top, correct? Then Uttar Pradesh is on the 2nd position with 51 and Karnataka is on the 3rd position with 48. Next, who was conferred with Lok Kalyan Tilak National Award? Important question, right? Do take a note. So who was awarded with Lok Kalyan Tilak Award? He will be our Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Important, do take a note of it, right? And by whom was he conferred with this Lok Kalyan Tilak National Award? By Tilak Smarak Mandir Trust, right? Then remember, this is for his appreciation for his exceptional leadership and his work promoting patriotism among citizens. Correct? So Lokmanya Tilak National Award was conferred to whom? To Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Apart from this, remember, he was in Pune, Maharashtra on 1st of April, where he flagged off Pune metro trains and inaugurated and laid the foundation stones of various development products. Correct? Apart from this, remember, Prime Minister Narendra Modi also dedicated Pimpri Chinchwad Municipal Corporation's waste to energy plant. Waste to energy plant was also dedicated, that will be developed with an approximate cost of 300 crore rupees. Correct? So, who was honored with Lokmanya Tilak National Award? Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi flagged off Pune metro trains and also laid down various projects, various development projects. Then, apart from this, he also dedicated Pimpri Chinchwad Municipal Corporation's waste to energy plant, that will be developed with a cost of 300 crore rupees, and it will consume approximately 2.5 lakh metric tons of trash yearly to generate power. Right? So here you can see Lokmanya Tilak National Award, and this was awarded to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and the reason for this was for his exceptional leadership and his work promoting patriotism among citizens. Moving on, next is new guidelines for the designation of senior advocates in the Supreme Court. Right? These new guidelines prescribe a minimum age of 45 years for applying for the senior advocate designation and a minimum of 10 years of standing in the Supreme Court. This age limit can be relaxed by the committee, the Chief Justice of India, or Supreme Court judge if they recommend an advocate's name. Correct? Then, why the reason for these new guidelines is because this was ruled by a 3-bench judge that was led by Justice Sanjay Kishan Kaul. The ruling was in response to a case seeking modifications in the senior advocate designation guidelines set by in 2017. Right? The new guidelines mention that any judge of the Supreme Court can recommend an advocate's name in addition to the Chief Justice of India. The weightage for reported and unreported judgments, excluding those that do not establish legal principle, has been increased from 40 to 50 points. Alright. So, important thing that you need to remember here is that these new guidelines prescribe a minimum age of 45 years and a minimum of 10 years of standing in Supreme Court. Correct? Next is DGT, not DGT. DGT has partnered with which organization to enhance students in emerging technologies? So it is your AWS, that is your Amazon Web Service, right? The Directorate General of Training, DGT, that comes under the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. They have partnered with Amazon Web Service, correct? And this was to enhance the students' capabilities and employability in emerging technologies like cloud computing, data annotation, artificial intelligence, machine learning, right? So here students, these DGT partnered with this AWS so that the students will be able to get the insight about these new emerging technologies where they can learn better and gain new skills. Then in India, more than 15,000 industrial training institutes and 33 national skill training institutes across India will be providing such skills. Correct? So it is your DGT, that is Directorate General of Training, that partnered with Amazon Web Service to enhance students in emerging technology. Next, which organization released the 9th edition of report on global tobacco epidemic 2023? So it is your World Health Organization, right? And they have released this 9th edition of this report, that is on global tobacco epidemic. Correct? Important. And remember, the report tracks the progress made by the countries in tobacco control since 2008, and it marks the 15 years since the introduction of M-Power, WHO's technical package, which is designed to help countries to implement the reduction measures of WHO convention or WHO's framework on convention on tobacco control, right? So this Empower was launched, and this was a framework that helps the countries to reduce the use of tobacco in their country. Correct. So it was the ninth edition of this report released by WHO, and the question asked here is that which edition of this report was released? It was released by WHO, and it was the ninth edition of this report that was released. Also, the report stated that almost 5.6 billion people are protected with at least one best practice of tobacco control measure, right? And the report showed that two countries, that is Mauritius and the Netherlands, they have achieved the best practice level in Empower measures. Correct. Until it was only achieved by Brazil and Turkey, but now it is Mauritius and Netherlands that have achieved the best practice level in all Empower measures. Correct. And then all remember, it is your Mauritius. Let me show you. Mauritius became the country, the first African country to fully implement the entire Empower measures, and it saw a decline of 25% in the smoking in adults between 1992 till 2021. Correct. So this was the report that you need to remember, and this was the ninth edition of this report that was released by WHO. Correct. Next, which platform launched RuPay credit card based UPI payments? So which is it? Which platform launched this RuPay credit card based UPI payments? It is your Cred, right? Cred, it is a Bangalore based fintech company. They collaborated with NPCI, National Payment Corporation of India, to introduce a RuPay based credit card, right? That will be using UPI to pay for various things on Cred. Right now, so we can say the features of this Cred is now that they can use their RuPay credit cards to make payments to merchants via UPI. Correct. Next, also remember, if we talk about Cred is marketed as a company that will help you to pay for your credit cards, and you will be getting multiple returns in by paying for by paying your dues through Cred, right? You can directly pay for your various credit card charges on various platforms, right? But paying through Cred will help you to get some extra cashback here. Correct. And if we talk about Cred, who is the founder and chief executive officer here? Kunal Shah. Headquarters is in Bangalore, Karnataka, and it was established in 2018. Next is India's Q1 fiscal year 24 fiscal deficit at $4.51 trillion, or 25% of annual target. Right? I repeat, India's Q1 fiscal year 24 fiscal deficit is at 4.51 trillion rupees, right? That is 25% of the annual target. Correct. It was lower at 3.5 trillion rupees, or 21.2% of the budget estimate. The rise in fiscal deficit is attributed to increased capital expenditure and accelerated tax devolution to state governments, which offsets the sharp increase in non-tax revenue. Correct. The main aim of the government here is to reduce the fiscal deficit to 5.9% of the GDP. Correct. Apart from this, remember, our total expenditure the total expenditure grew to 10.5 trillion rupees in the month of June 2023 quarter. Right? So remember these data. Question can definitely be asked that recently a data was released by Controller General of Accounts under the Department of Expenditure, where the fiscal deficit for the first quarter, that is from April 2023 to June 2023, stood at $4.51 trillion, as against the full year estimate of 17.86 trillion, accounting for 25.3% of the annual estimate for the financial year. Next, one more thing. What is the formula to find out this fiscal deficit? This is equal to total expenditure of the government minus total income of the government. That includes your recovery of loans, other receipts, revenue receipt, etc. So we can say total expenditure minus total income is your fiscal deficit. Next is your RIL and Brookfield Asset Management. They recently signed a memorandum of understanding to manufacture RE and decarbonization equipment in Australia. So I repeat, it is your Brookfield Asset Management. They signed this MOU, right? It was with Reliance Industries Limited, and it is to explore opportunities to manufacture renewable energy and decarbonization equipments where in the Australia. So question can be asked that these renewable energy and decarbonization equipments will be manufactured in which country? It will be manufactured in Australia. And for this, which two organizations signed an MOU? It is your Brookfield Asset Management and your Reliance Industries Limited. So mark these, they both signed this MOU. This MOU aims to accelerate and de-risk the Australia's energy transition by enabling it to locally produce clean energy equipment such as photovoltaic modules, long duration battery storage and components for wind energy, which will help Australia transition to a net zero future. Under the MOU, Brookfield will work with RIL to explore direct capital investment and development of skills, knowledge, and expertise in the renewable energy sector of Australia to facilitate the nation's transition to a net zero future. Next, who received the South Africa's NSTF award for aircraft project? He will be Indian origin South African and chairman and founder of the Pegasus Universal Aerospace PUA. He is Reza Mia, right? As you can see him in the picture, Reza Mia, he is an Indian origin creator. Reza Mia has received this NSTF, that is your National Science and Technology Forum Award, correct? And this was for outstanding contribution to science, engineering, technology, and innovation in South Africa, right? And remember, here he is the chairman and founder of Johannesburg or South African based company, that is Pegasus Universal Aerospace, correct? And he was honored with this award in the category of Innovation Award Small, Medium and Micro Enterprise. This innovation award was won by Pegasus Universal Aerospace team, recognized for the design and development of vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. Correct? Mark this important. And remember, he is a healthcare practitioner specializing a general practitioner in Johannesburg with a special interest in aesthetic machine medicine and anti-aging therapies. Correct? Reza Mia, as you can see him in the picture here. Next, who has been appointed as the chairman and managing director of EPI? Tell me. I repeat, who has been recently appointed as the chairman and managing director of EPI? He will be Shivendra Nath. Correct? Shivendra Nath has been appointed as the chairman and managing director of Engineering Projects India Limited. He is currently serving as the senior general manager of Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited, that is BSNL. He will replace Dhirender Singh Rana to be the new chairman and managing director of Engineering Projects India Limited. Right? Before moving on, friends, we were talking about this NSTF awards, right? You should also know some other points related to this NSTF award, that this was the 25th edition of this NSTF award. It was held on 13th of July, correct? And in Cape Town, Australia, Cape Town, South Africa, correct? The theme for this NSTF 2023 is Ocean Science for Sustainable Development. I repeat, Ocean Science for Sustainable Development. This is the theme for this 2023 years NSTF, that is your National Science Technology Forum, correct? Next, here we just saw that who has been appointed as the chairman and managing director of EPI, Shivendra Nath, and he will be replacing whom? Dhirender Singh Rana. Next, who has been appointed as the chairman or chairperson of MFIN? So who has been appointed as the chairperson of MFIN? He will be Uday Kumar Heber, right? Important. And remember, who will be the vice chairperson here? Manoj Namber. Right? Let me show you a Uday Kumar Hebar will be the chairman, and who will be the vice chairman? Manoj Namber. Correct? So Microfinance Industry Network MFIN elected Uday Kumar Hebar as the chairperson and Manoj Kumar Namber as the vice chairperson in their 14th edition of the annual general meeting in Delhi. Uday Kumar Hebar, if we talk about him, he assumed the position from Devesh Sachdeva, who was the MD and CEO of Fusion Microfinance Limited. Heber is the managing director of Credit Access German Grameen Limited as of now, and he will be the new chairman here. If we talk about Manoj Kumar Namber, he assumed the position from Vivek Tiwari, right? Or question can be asked, he will be replacing whom? He will be replacing Vivek Tiwari, correct? And previously Manoj Kumar Namber was elected as the chairman of MFIN in 2019 and was re-elected in 2020, correct? Next, Professor Ganeshan Kannabiran, NIT's former director in charge, appointed as the NACC director. I repeat, Professor Ganeshan Kannabiran, a former dean of research and consultancy and director in charge of the NIT, that is National Institute of Trichupalli, assumed the charge of the director of National Assessment and Accreditation Council in Bangalore, Karnataka, and his tenure here will be for 5 years. He will be replacing whom? He will be replacing Professor S.C. Sharma, who served as the director of NAAC from May 2018 to May 2023. Correct? Important, take a note of it. Also remember, he has established the Center for Subject Matter Expert Research Development and led the institutional level strategic planning group assisting in major goal oriented transformation at NIT Trichupalli. He also served as the director in charge of NIT Puducherry. Coming back, Professor Ganeshan Kannabiran of NIT's former director in charge has been appointed as the new director of the NAAC, that is your National Assessment and Accreditation Council. Next is, when do we observe World Fintech Day? We observe World Fintech Day on 1st of August every year, right? And this day is observed to basically celebrate and recognize the financial technology and their transformative impact on the global financial industry, correct? And this day is observed because we see that now with the launch of the new technology, we are seeing blockchain, cryptocurrencies, mobile payments, digital wallets, UPI. India's UPI has become such a famous thing all around the world, right? P2P, that is peer to peer lending and everything. So 1st of August is observed as your World Fintech Day. Next is Muslim Women's Right Day. We also observe this day on 1st of August, and it is to basically commemorate the enactment of the Muslim Women's Protection Right on Marriage Act of 2019, which prohibits the practice of triple talaq in India. 1st of August 2023 marks the observance of the 4th edition of the Women's Rights Day. So remember, in 2023 it was the 4th edition of this Women's Rights Day that was observed. And when do we observe this? On 1st of August, right? Mark this. Next is your state news. Kerala's Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan has launched Leap Co-works for Kusum beneficiaries. I repeat, recently Kerala's Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan has launched a statewide membership card for Kerala Startup Mission, that is LEAP. And what does LEAP stands for? Launch, Empower, Accelerate and Prosper Co-works. I repeat, LEAP Co-works. What does this stands for? Launch, Empower, Accelerate and Prosper Co-works. This was launched under Kerala Startup Mission, right? And it was inaugurated at the headquarters of Kusum at the Tejaswini building in Technopark Phase 1 in Trivandrum, Kerala. If we talk about this LEAP initiative, this was the initiative, as we saw, it was launched by under Kerala Startup Mission. Correct? It was to transform the industry's incubators into co-working spaces to provide innovation and collaboration for a startup ecosystem by offering them workspace, infrastructure, meeting rooms, internet connectivity for a productive work environment. So coming back, remember this LEAP co-works, what is this? The aim here is to provide innovation and collaboration for various startups by offering them infrastructure, meeting rooms, internet connectivity for a better work or for a better productive work. Correct? Under the initiative, the new Kusum headquarters in Technopark will be rebranded as the Lee Co-works Space. Through LEAP, Kusum will introduce flexible membership plans to accommodate the various needs of the startups, including hot desk, dedicated desk, and private office spaces. Right? So this is your LEAP Coworks launched under Kusum, and it was launched by Chief Minister of Kerala Pinarayi Vijayan. So these are your important current affairs for the day, friends. Now let's go for a quick revision. National Mission for Clean Ganga approved 7 projects worth 692 crore rupees. 7 products from Rajasthan, Goa and UP got the GI tag. Overview of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Pune. New guidelines for the designation of senior advocate in Supreme Court were launched. DGT partnered with Amazon Web Service to enhance students in emerging technologies. WHO released the 9th edition of report on global tobacco epidemic. And Mauritius is the first African nation to fully implement Empower. They launched RuPay credit card based UPI payments. India's Q1 fiscal year 24 fiscal deficit at $4.51 trillion, that is 25% of annual target. RIL and Brookfield Asset Management signed an MOU to manufacture renewable energy and decarbonization equipment in Australia. Next is NSTF South 32 Award was honored to Mohammad Reza Mia. He's an Indian origin South African who won this innovative award for aircraft project. Then BSNL's Sivendra Nath has been appointed as chairman and managing director of EPI. MFIN elected Uday Kumar Heber as their chairperson. Professor Ganeshan Kanna Biren, NIT's former director in charge, appointed as the NAEC director. World Fintech Day is observed on 1st of August. Muslim Women Right Day on 1st of August. And Kerala's Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan has launched LEAP Co-works. So these are your some important current affairs for the day, friends. Now let's move to the revision part. First is Valyani Arjun, an eminent scholar, writer and a Padma Shri awardee who passed away in May 2023. Now the question asked here is that in which year did he won Padma Shri award in the field of literature and education. So remember, it was the year 2008 in which Valyani Arjunan, an eminent scholar, writer, academician and a Padma Shri awardee, and he won this in 2008, and it was in the field of literature and education. He was born in Kerala, Trivandrum. He died at the age of 90. He was born in 1933, correct? And he hold 3 doctorate of literature from 3 universities, that is Aligarh and Agra from Uttar Pradesh and from Jabalpur in Madhya Pradesh University. Correct? Apart from this, he also had postgraduates in Malayalam, English and Hindi, and postgraduate diplomas in Telugu, Kannada and Tamil. Apart from this, in 2008, remember, he was honored with Padma Shri Award in the field and literature and education. Next, Ved Kumari Ghai, veteran Sanskrit scholar, Padma Shri awardee, passed away in the May 2023. In which year did she won Padma Shri Award in the field of literature and education? So Ved Kumari Ghai, right? She was awarded or she was honored with Padma Shri in the year 2014 in the field of literature and education, and she's a Sanskrit scholar, right? Apart from this, she was a resident of Jammu and Kashmir, right? She was at the age of, or she was born in 1931, and she was from Jammu and Kashmir itself, correct? And she also won President's Award in 1997, right? Correct? And this President Award was also for which language? Sanskrit. And she won this Padma Shri in 2014. So option 2 is right here. One more award was awarded to her, that is your Lifetime Achievement Award, right? Dogra Ratna Award. Dogra Ratna Award. This is a Lifetime Achievement Award, and she was honored with this in 2009. Next, Amma Ata Aido, right? She was a dash writer and a playwright who passed away in May 2023. So she was a Ghanaian writer and playwright who passed away in May 2023. She was famous for her feminist ideals. She passed away at the age of 81 in Ghana. Correct? And this is a West African country. She was born in 1942 in Gold Coast, that now known as Ghana. Right? Then remember, she published her first play, The Dilemma of a Ghost, and this was published in 1965, and with this she became the first African woman to publish a play. Right? Next, Princess Mili S. Kalyanivula Photophilie. Right? I repeat, Princess S. Kalyanivula Photophilie of Dash country passed away in May 2023. So she was a princess, right? Of which country? Of Tonga. Mili Kalanivilu Valu Photophilie, right? And she passed away recently at the age of 75, right? And she was a princess of Tonga country. Option 2 is right here. Next, the former American track and field athlete Dash, who was the first man to run 100 meters in under 10 seconds in 1968 Olympic Games, passed away. So who is he? Jim Hines. Right? Jim Hines, a former American track and field athlete and National Football League player. He was the first man to run 100 meters in under 10 seconds, and he passed away at the age of 76. He was born in 1946, Dumas of USA, correct? And remember, he was the first man to have 100 meters. Now friends, let's move to the homework section. Next, first is, which institution approved the guidelines for the institutional development plan for higher education institutions? Next, how many deaths were recorded due to manual scavenging in the last 5 years in India? And third, which state has announced the establishment of mangrove cells? So these are your 3 homework questions, friends, and I want to see maximum participation from all the students who are watching our video daily to comment below the answers, as they will be very beneficial for your revision perspective, right? So do comment below. I will be looking at the answers, correct? So that's all for the day. Thank you and have a nice day.
That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at Affairscloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is Affairscloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.